Hey guys, so today's video is dedicated to the story of how I set fire to one of my previous jobs as a bartender. How this whole like thing came about is I got an internship. Yep, go me. I got an internship and I posted it on Instagram. I screen capped the email and I posted it. And my cousin, my loving cousin, said, "Congrats. Just make sure you don't set fire to this place." And it's like, that was one time. Just because I set fire to one of my jobs, it doesn't mean I'm going to do it to the rest of my jobs intentionally. And you know what? I didn't even get fired because I set fire to that place. I got fired a day later when supposedly I flooded the place. No, I did not flood that place. Let me just tell you the story. Okay, so they asked me to wash all the rags from the kitchen in the bar. And, it was my first day, so I was like, yeah, I'm down. Like, it's not that hard. I've washed it before. And the laundromat was like around the block, so no big deal. So I washed them, I dried them, and I brought them all back. And I didn't have time to put them away because it just got busy, so I left them there. And we were all working, and then one of the customers was like, "What's that smell?" And then we're like, "Yeah, it kind of smells like something's burning." So we went to the back, and we're trying to find that smell. And this is okay, like this is the basket of all the rags, and I was going back and forth, like trying to find that smell, and I was like, "What the hell could be burning?" And then I finally look at the basket, and I was like, "Why would like? How long did I leave it in the dryer for where it smells? Like, did it burn?" So I went to grab the rags, and it was really hot, and I was like, "Damn, how long did I leave it in the dryer for?" And I picked it up, and right when I picked it up, all this smoke just released, and like I was just like discombobulated with all that smoke in my face, and I was like, "Whoa!" And luckily there was a door in the back, so I just opened the door and threw the stuff out. And when I threw it out, there was a fire. The rags were on fire, and you're probably wondering, because I was wondering, how the fuck are these towels on fire? Of course, it would happen to me on my first day as being a bartender. I light the rags on fire. So I go home that night and I discover that it was nature's fault. Because I guess when there's leftover grease on a rag and then you wash them, you dry them, and then there's that leftover grease, and you put it in a condensed basket, and it stays hot. The chemicals and the heat, they rub together and they cause a fire. And yeah, it's never happened before, except for on the first day that I worked there. So there was that, and it was my first day. They were like, "You know what, this cannot be your fault because why would I want to intentionally light fires to the rags?" So they didn't really, they just laughed at it. They're like, "Okay." So the next day, one of my coworkers calls out, and they asked me if I want to come in, and I already had plans, but I was thinking, damn, I fucked up the day before, so I need to show that I can do something that day. So I say yes, and I go into work, thinking I'm gonna be awesome. The rest of the night ended pretty smoothly. They taught me how to close. We cleaned everything up pretty quickly. They paid me, and we bounced, and everything seemed okay. Apparently, it wasn't, because I woke up to a voicemail saying, "Sam, what did you do to flood my bar?" Um, no boo. Uh-uh. I did not flood no bar. So apparently, somebody, not myself, left a faucet on in the kitchen, which is right next to the exit when we left. And when we left, we heard nothing. It was dead silent. So if there was a faucet on next to the kitchen where we were before we left, we would have heard it. And we heard nothing. I didn't hear anything. I mean, it's a pretty old bar. The faucets are pretty loud. Like you would hear the water coming out. And there was nothing. Yes, I know I'm the new guy, but I was on top of my shit. Like I made sure everything was clean and spotless, and I left nothing on. And I'm the new person. You're supposed to be watching me and what I'm doing, because if I fuck up, that means you fuck up. And you know what's even more fucked up is that I got fired on my day off. I wasn't even supposed to be working. I don't know how that bar flooded. I think it was the universe telling me to get out of there. I don't know. That's what I tell myself to help me sleep at night. But yeah, that's the story of how I set fire to my previous job. And hopefully I don't do it to this new job.